Work, work.
Remaining.
Oops. All right, hello everybody, and welcome into the Overpower Cup here, sponsored by GGBet, where you can find all the bets online. Pugna.com, ePulse, of course, and Matcherino, where you guys can go ahead and crowdfund this tournament and give us all the love as possible. Of course, welcome in on moonducktv. My name is Mott. Joining me today is Trent Pax. Trent, how the hell are you?
Hello, hello. It's like the good old days, man. You could throw your money at players, help them out. Matcherino. It's pretty cool. I didn't know anyone was really up to this until we started this tournament, but you can donate $1 for free as well, which is pretty cool. So there's a
Wait, how does that work?
yeah, basically just by signing up, they will automatically add $1.
That's insane, actually.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Team pick.
That's free money.
It is, dude.
All
It's,
for the
it's literally
players.
free money for the players just for signing up. Go up and sign up on Matcherino.com right now. That's a free $1. I'm going to do it because guess
gotta
what?
help
These
out.
players deserve it. Let me tell
That's
you.
right. We're gonna help out Rise and Noya.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
They need it.
Seconds remaining.
Well, good. I'm glad to be into this. I haven't get to watch Cloud9 in what feels like quite a while. I don't think I got too many of their games during Kiev, maybe like 2 or 3 or something like that. I think
There
they were
was that
mostly in
one
the other
tournament
group.
before. I think you and I were casting it. Maybe I can't remember, but it was another tournament that had Cloud9 and but they were Imperial at the time. It wasn't Cloud9. It was right around when we did EM2, I think.
Oh
If you know
yeah,
what I mean.
maybe some of the. I'm not sure, but they've definitely been active though. I mean, like before the major, obviously WESG was pretty big for them, even though they didn't win. They went pretty far. They were doing the well play games as always. So
Yeah.
yeah. Look who it is. It's
Yeah, I was
Mr.
gonna ask
Monkey
you.
Kong.
I was going to ask if you were going to see this, but if we were going to see this, but I guess that question's already being answered. And guys, I don't know if anybody saw this. I'm sure a lot of you did, but probably don't give this hero to Zai. I mean, his second game with hero wasn't as good as the first. They still won, but let's just say this hero was very strong in the hands of Zai, very strong in a 4-position roaming support. Pretty hard to deal with because he's just on the trees the entire time. You have no idea where he's coming from in terms of angles and stuff like that. He's actually just, in my opinion, he's broken, but again, it's like any hero. If you shut him down early, he's not as good as he could be. But saying that doesn't mean that he's not still broken, in my opinion. And Trent, I want to get your thought on this stupid hero.
What I would say is I think he's gonna be talked about a lot the same way as Batrider always has been in terms of the pro scene, where maybe the hero doesn't have an amazing win rate in pubs, or he's not considered that valuable in your pubs, and he's not spammed or anything. There was still this over that whole time period. Batrider was still such an important hero competitive, just because of the idea of like picking off a single target, eliminating them, the advantage of the vision and whatnot he would provide. And I think Monkey King just is going to fill that same niche. Like, no matter how much you nerf him, as bad as he might be in your pubs, he can still be so valuable as a roaming for any sort of a pro team who knows how to abuse vision and knows like who they should be targeting with ganks at what time of the game, and just even how pros can capitalize on. You think of like an ogre with an orb of venom and how much he can add to a gank just by slowing someone for a second for another core. Monkey King, I think, is going to kind of fill into that niche quite a bit. He can itemize in a lot of different ways too, I would say, based on what your team needs. So I think he's very strong. I'm excited to see more of him. I think he's pretty cool to watch. So
I think he's very fun
I'm
to
glad
watch.
he's in.
I think he's very fun to watch, but I also think that sooner or later he's going to start getting banned a lot. I mean, I hope that's not the case because I actually love Monkey King. Don't get me wrong. You know, I try not to pick him in my pub games just because I don't think it's fair a lot of the time, even with all the changes that happen to him. But I think that he's a very fun hero to watch. I think he facilitates fun games just by, I mean, if you look at game 1 of what happened during that EG series yesterday and what Zai did, which I'm assuming you caught some of.
I caught a little bit, but I saw his attempted courier snipe.
Yeah, it wasn't just that. It was like he did that, then he came back to life, then he rotated it and found like 4 more kills maybe. And then while that was happening, he was still like turning into trees and just doing crazy stuff. Mischief is, by the way, my favorite ability in the entire game, despite the fact that it's probably not useful at all, but it's still my favorite ability in the game.
It allows for all the fun stuff, man.
You know what? Brax asked me this question, and I didn't have an answer for him. If you see the tree that Monkey King is turned into, does it show up on your minimap like as the enemy Monkey King, or does it like not show up? Do you know?
No, it shows up as nothing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's just nothing there.
It's
I
like,
believe. I
why
don't even
give
think it
him
makes
that
a little
ability?
white dot or anything.
Why give him that ability? I'm just curious as to like the reasoning. Valve must have just
Well,
been
it's
like,
because of the lore, right? It's like the Monkey King is like it's like a real thing in I
oh,
guess
is
it's
it?
Chinese mythology. Yeah, and he can transform into objects and stuff.
All right, well that sounds. It sounds like you know what you're talking about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's fine. That's all
So,
good.
but yeah, basically, as far as I know, that's why.
Okay.
Like Sun Wukong, he's a mythological figure who features in a body of legends, which can be traced back to the period of the Song Dynasty.
I
There you
see.
go.
Okay.
His abilities are immortality, transformation. There you go. So that's why.
All right. Well, that makes more sense. But all right. Well, we're getting to the rest of the drafts. God, I feel so bad actually. So for those of you that don't know, it's like 10 a.m. over here at the Moonduck House in Colorado. And I came downstairs and I already heard somebody down here. And as soon as I heard Andy start talking, I was like, oh no, this is already not good. So apparently Zyari was like, he messaged me last night at like 8 or 9 o'clock. Actually, it was 10 o'clock last night. He was like, hey man, can you cast tomorrow with Trent? I'm like, yeah, sure, no worries, no problem. And apparently he did the same thing with Annie too. So I don't know how that worked out, but she was, and then she was just like, okay, well I guess I'll go back upstairs and sleep. And I, being the grumpy asshole that I am, she was like trying to suggest something with like the audio and making sure everything's working and making sure the audio levels are fine. And I snapped and I became very grumpy. So now I feel like an asshole, despite the fact that I shouldn't have done that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Crisis in the Moonduck House. Can you guys get a grip over there?
Yeah, it's tough. I
Christ.
mean, you've been here, man. You know what it's like. We're all crazy, honestly. And it makes like it's just me and Annie because Andrew's away for a couple days on a ski trip with Carlo. So I don't know. I'm just an asshole, I guess.
Classic Mott. Just
Classic
the
me.
Mottism.
Anyway.
Freaking out.
Let's talk about the game. I just needed to get that off my chest. Let's talk about the game of Dota 2, Trent.
Sounds good, man. I am digging this Monkey King SK opener. I think you have the Centaur Warrunner picked up first here. And so you have Sanking who can 1v1 against the Centaur. That leaves your options open if you want to go for any sort of an aggro situation, be it like an aggro dual lane or something with the roaming monkey, or I don't know, maybe he'll chill around a little bit. We've had our aggro Earth Spirit lanes before. It can be the same situation. And the whole idea of like if it's just Sanking offlane, Monkey King showing up, I could see how that'd be very powerful, right? Burrow Strikes get a very short range early on,
Right.
and you want to put points into Caustic, but suddenly there's this Monkey King slow and an Orb of Venom, and boom, you're in. The Rubik answer to the Sand King, obviously very strong, stealing Burrow Strike. Rubik versus Monkey King, though, I could see the Boundless Strike being a good steal. It's got a super long cooldown.
It won't do any damage. I mean,
that is true, but it is a decent stun.
The thing about that's the thing that's ridiculous about Monkey King, right? It's his stun is based off of his damage, and not only that, but he has Jingu Mastery to help out, and then you only need to get 1 point in the Primal Spring Tree Dance. It's kind of insane,
Basically, you just gotta hope you steal the tree dance.
Oh my god, can you imagine a Rubik tree dancing? I haven't seen that yet. Oh, Elements Pro Gaming, they know what I want.
Wow, that's a Cloud9 hero, man.
They know what I'm into. Oh, yes. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted to see in the morning.
That's kind of crazy. All right.
The thing about this hero is they keep buffing it, and they haven't nerfed it in, like, I don't know, years. So it's like that. It's on that curve. You remember when Troll and Sniper were in their dominant era? It was because they kept buffing the heroes. Speaking of which, they kept buffing the heroes, and they kept going on this trajectory upwards. And eventually, they just get so strong because nobody's touching them. And Viper was buffed yet again in the last patch. I mean, it's a very small buff, but at some point, you just kind of have to think, well, this hero's probably pretty good, despite the fact that, yeah, it's not maybe the best hero late game, but in terms of being a lane dominator, it's right up there. However, Viper has slightly a tough time against Sniper because of the range issue.
I was also going to say, like, Viper was one of the big heroes Monkey King was being compared to. Like, when he first came out, right? Everyone was talking about, like, win the lane, lose the game kind of hero.
That's true. I mean, I think that was, when Monkey King first came out, that was more of because he was playing in a carry role, perhaps. Now he's playing in the 4 position, so the comparison is not as direct. You know what I mean?
True.
But it's still, I think, kind of goes towards that idea of just like, obviously Viper is very much all right, let's get moving, boys. Like, let's get something going here throughout this mid game. But with Dragon Lances and the overall range, perhaps, of the Hurricane Pike might be able to help out snagging up onto the sniper. But Baby Knight's gonna be very comfortable. I mean, he's got himself a sniper in the mid lane. He basically plays sniper or Viper whenever he's feeling angry. So it'd be interesting to see him play up against the Viper.
How do you know that? It's
Dude,
just-
Baby Knight, have you seen this guy? I feel like whenever they lose a game, they just pick him some amazing hero, like who you just don't want to play against. It's always sniper or Viper, or then they go back for that like brood mother mid disgustingness.
That's
So
gross.
he's willing to pick the gross heroes, man. More than any other mid player right now, I would say.
Is Clinks is alive? I haven't seen this hero get picked in like a while. He might have been picked in some of the major qualifiers, I'm sure, but he's such like he's picked in like one out of every like 15 games. I feel like he's just not picked
he's
that often.
Not that popular right now.
No.
I think they've been picking it a couple times up against Centaur Warrunner. Is that well, actually, it looks like they've actually just been picking him against normal counters, like the IO, pretty classic, right? Just get a Deso, blow up the IO kind of situation.
Right.
So
I guess it's not bad against
the catch
Timbersaw.
is kind of weak. Yep, you can go for the Orchid build still. We'll get that eventually. Maybe not first, but obviously Bloodthorn's very strong on the hero. I think Viper is probably one of the last cores that'll still buy Helm of the Dominator. So you could do that combination. But I feel like a lot of cores are dropping that item right now as it just lost those. What is it? 175 gold more expensive now because of the headdress recipe and then the helm recipe and then -2 stats to everything.
Yeah,
So,
what do you think about that? Is that change like enough to like say, okay, this item is now not good anymore? Do we not buy it every game, or is it still very strong?
I think it's definitely not an every core item. Maybe some offlaners will probably still buy it, and then I could definitely see a farmed support going for it. Maybe like Enigmas or Chen's definitely still opting for it instead of the mech early on, depending on the game they're in, if they really want that purge or that stun or something like that, depending on who they're against. And I could still see Viper getting it. I feel like he's a hero that would still benefit a lot from the HP regen, and then this game it would have the extra benefit of giving Swift Ending something to eat for that bonus HP.
Yeah. Oh, what is happening here? All right, there's some lag happening on my end. It's like every time I move the camera around, it's okay. I think we're good now. I think we're okay.
We're living.
I believe so. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So jumping into the game, it is game one. We have 2 best of 3s for you today. It's going to be this followed up by Friends versus Empire. So we'll see if this goes 3 games. Should be a good one. I like Elements Pro Gaming. They have some names that I'm familiar with. Back in like Dota Pit Season 3, My Insanity played. My Insanity was a team I followed pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And a lot of these players are from that squad. Gogi, I think, played with them for a while. Mitch, obviously, who is a Croatian player. I'm pretty sure. Who else is there? Oh, just a casual Monkey King Courier. Don't worry about it, guys. No sketchiness here.
Gotta get that bonus move speed, dude. 350. So good.
That's actually insane.
Yeah. So fast.
He is a speedy Monkey King Courier. But looking at the drafts, this is interesting. Again, I'm a big fan of Viper. I think, like you talked about, there is a very good chance that Elements Pro Gaming win the early game. But they need to be able to take that into the mid to late game and try to be able to take down towers. However, if they don't win the early game, I'm pretty sure Cloud9 just win overall. I don't think it's that cut and dry. But that's how I feel about it anyway.
Yeah, I think if EPG don't get rolling pretty hard this game, I could see them having some trouble in the mid game if they're behind trying to initiate onto Baby Knight. Like the Centaur Warrunner and Timbersaw being in the way, and then once Baby Knight actually gets into a Hurricane Pike and has Stampede behind him, and possibly even like a Force Staff or something from one of his other heroes, he's gonna be very hard to track down and grab onto. It'll be like Blinks from the Sniper, or rather from the Sand King, basically.
He went for headshot first, so no take game early on against the Viper. Hess Joe now on top lane looking for a stomp. He's going to find it on Swift End, but Ace finds the kill somewhere else, bottom lane. They get Mitch down. The Sand King getting caught with this defensive tri-lane, which I was not expecting, still.
Yeah, I think they didn't know Noya was there, but then he skilled the level 1 Caustic, and he was just kind of dead at that point. LeBron tried to like be cheeky and come in with the Mischief as a courier, but they didn't fall for it. They didn't like jump off the Sand King and try and kill the courier or anything like that.
I mean,
Not too surprising.
when you have a Monkey King in the game, I'm pretty sure you're just like, that's a Monkey King. Also, it looks like a regular courier, so easy. Yeah.
Hessa Joe also almost went down top lane. Actually, just survived like 30 HP and has a shrine up already. So this is the power of Clinks. Just being able to bully you out of lane. Doesn't matter if you have return. Well, he's also still level 1, so that makes it even easier. It's been mostly Gogi who's been throwing the damage on him.
Yeah, Gogi's trying to... Well, this pull is going to be going. Hessa Joe's going to find some farm here. And with 2 heroes here, it's not going to be easy for them. Meanwhile, LeBron is going to find Noya, who rolling boulders into the river. Mitch is just going to...
Guessed on the wrong tree.
Yeah, what's happening here? He actually just went for the tree and he couldn't find it. That's... Okay. This is such a silly game. Whenever Monkey King's in the game, it always turns out to be so silly.
Top lane. Oh, they got him again.
Oh,
well, this time the full kill.
Oh,
I mean, he dies so fast, though. Like, he just gets slowed, and then Clink shows up.
all right.
I have to say, back in the Monkey King Insanity, I was getting so tired this year, I was just buying tangos and carrying them with me, because then there's no cooldown. Because, like, the Quelling Blade, you'd have a cooldown, and then if I guessed the wrong tree, I was screwed. I just started eating, like, 4 trees right in a row.
Did it work a lot of the
Yes.
time?
Yeah, it was super satisfying.
That's excellent. Those
I
poor
just had
Monkey
these-
King players.
Dude, these heroes were just feeding Monkey King. I'm sure I, like, wasted all my gold, but at least he was dying.
Rise, telekinesis, pulling him at. They actually have the rolling boulder. Burrow Strike might save him. LeBron doesn't have the boundless strike. He's going to be done here. The boulder smash comes out. They get the kill. He tried turning into a courier, I think, with the transform. Couldn't get out in time. And Cole gets a kill on mid lane for Baby Knight. So that's a bigger kill going the way of Cole in the mid lane. Viper getting on the board now. So some kills across the map. That one's pretty big, I think.
Yeah, that was definitely a man-up situation. Once I got there, he had like 60 HP left or so on the Viper, so it was very close. Looks like he just sidestepped the last shrapnel or something there and was able to survive thanks to that.
If he had regen or something along those lines, like a fairy fire, would have made things easier. Anyway,
now LeBron is smoked up here now too, with Baby not being slowed.
he's going to go for the
Oh,
Primal
look at that.
Spring. They're going to hit it. He's slowed up. The Shrapnel will go, but here comes Rise. Can they turn this around? The Fade Bolt coming in. They were ready for this gank, and now Cole's going to fall. LeBron with the Jinku Mastery. He's going to get the kill on Baby Knight, but LeBron will fall for this. It's a 2-for-1 trade as Cloud9 are ready for the rotation. They knew that Monkey King had just respawned and that he was going to go somewhere else. And Cloud9 situate themselves perfectly to help out mid.
Yeah, it's too bad Sniper couldn't get both of those. It would have been really big for him, but all right, he's now about 300 gold back of the Viper. And should just be the continuing rotations of Rise and Noya. Honestly, Timber doesn't really want to go anywhere. Centaur is too low to go anywhere. Just level what? Probably 4. Yeah, just hit 4 actually at this point. So
Quelling
gonna have
Blade.
to likely do some jungling. Yeah.
That's all he's got. Really, is that really it? Only 8 CS? I feel like he should have more. He's really been harassed this offlane. This is not good.
Yeah, he's just getting bullied hard, but finds the best camp in the Satyrs. Whoa. I'm getting some weird
Yeah.
lag.
Yeah, me too. What
Okay.
is this?
Yeah, okay. Not just us.
Okay, good. I thought that was us. But apparently it's also LeBron. Huh. That's very strange. Should I tell them that we got some too? Yours was like frame lag, right? Like it lagged like...
Yeah, it was like, it would look normal, and then it would frame, and then it would look normal, and then it would like...
yes,
Is that
exactly.
what yours was like?
Yes. That's exactly
Huh.
what it looked like.
Maybe
And
it
that's
happens again.
That's what happened in the beginning of the game, too. That's so weird. I've never seen that lag before. Anyway, we're back into the game. I don't know what happened. That was very strange. But
I mean, I also haven't played Dota in the past day and a half because everyone was ranting all over Twitter/Reddit, so I just didn't even bother. Because everyone's just like, the
Boulder
game's been
smash,
crashing
rolling
and
boulder,
stuff,
Cole. Pretty tanky. 3 points of corrosive skin.
So. Oh, bottom lane. Ace being chased down.
They're gonna get
By
this
LeBron
kill.
as well.
Here's a DD. LeBron, Jingu Mastery up. Primal Spring, go for it.
He's going.
Man up. Oh, God, LeBron, all you need is an auto attack or two. Come on, you still have the Jingu Mastery. He's not going for it. Ace is like, I'm fine. Reactive armor, tango, easy. Mitch is out of mana. Now the Monkey King is a little far away, but watch this. He just jumps from tree to tree. He's tree dancing like crazy. And then
he
the tree
tangoed
gets
his-
cut down with a clawing blade because Ace knew exactly where it was. Throws out the stun, which doesn't even hit Ace. That was an awkward 5 seconds of engagement. I don't even know what you want to call that, but it was awkward. Well then.
All right. Fair enough. Top lane, we have had a rotation now to try and help with the Centaur.
Rolling boulder, swift ending caught. They have the
They only
sentry
have
down.
sentries.
Telekinesis is there. Fade bolt, stomp to come with as well. They get the grave off in time. That actually might save swift ending. He doesn't even have health to live.
Oh, the Orb of Venom.
He might actually tick down 15 HP. He's going to be fine. They even rotate the Monkey King. He doesn't really do anything there. That grave was perfectly timed from Gogi just to make sure he keeps his ally alive, and he does. So, very good play there. Rotation for Not, but very close to getting that kill.
Wow, that was very nicely done. That was a close one. Thought he might be going down on that one, but yeah, they only had the sentry too, so they couldn't try to chase under the tower or anything like that and wait for the grave to go out.
Man, Mitch and Ace are battling right now. 36 CS for Ace, though. Mitch only at 22. So the safe lane Timbersaw is having a great time. Sniper mid is the same CS as the Viper. I believe the Viper has the advantage in kills. He has 2.
He's about 420 gold up still.
Yeah. So,
Damn.
Cloud9 are looking to even this up, though, with a rotation. But again, Cole has level 3 corrosive skin. This is the old build, making sure that you have enough magic resistance to deal with these ganks. And 20% resistance against something like a Fade Bolt or even the abilities that the Earth Spirit are throwing out is actually pretty solid. It's a lot of damage reduction.
Yeah, and we also have some wards up there, so knowing the supports have rotated up there, and wow, sentry value. He get himself a ward and an observer that still had a decent lifespan on it, so good rotation by Gogi to take care of that. Both teams have a ward up here as well. Looks like the dire one was here first, so Gogi might also spot this one out.
Drop that sentry. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, look at that money.
He just got so much.
Oh, is he leaving
And he
it?
shadow waves and then gets the last hit on it. You thought he was leaving it for somebody like LeBron, but no.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff, man. That's the best part about 100 gold for that. It's just like an instant rebate. Enemy Earth Spirit does have Dust of Appearance this time. Thank you, Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, of course.
M2K helping us out here, casting on the Chinese channel.
Every time. He likes to let us know about those items. Sometimes
Okay.
you gotta. They were looking for Mitch Bottom. He was able to get out of range of the telekinesis pretty quickly. I've got to say, Rise has had a good game so far in terms of finding kills and setting things up. 3 assists, 1 kill, 0 deaths. That's the type of game you want to have as support. Rise has got it going on.
Yeah, not too shabby. And Battle of the Offlaners. Mitch has also lost the gold battle at this point, as well as the level one there. So even though 0-1-0 for both of them, both sitting around the same CS, there's a slight lead on the Centaur. Managing to find himself a couple more valuable creeps, it seems. But Mitch, now he's getting to the better levels. Oh, there we go. There's the
Oh,
money
that's
right
so
there.
good. But now he might be caught. Gogi still has the grave. Shadow Word comes out. Boulder smash. The Chakra comes through as well. The Burrow Strike at 2 seconds. He has 10 stick charges. He gets the grave first. He's still silenced. Use your stick charges, then Burrow Strike and try to get out. He tries to juke to the north. Stampede, they really want this kill. Mitch is still going to get caught. This is the Whirling Death of Chakram, and a couple of auto attacks will do the job. And Mitch, for all of Gogi's help, he could not survive. Gogi did everything in his power, and he's like, listen, man, I'm sorry. There's not much I can do for you there with Stampede up like that.
Yeah, I think without a Stampede, he might have been a little there.
I think so too.
Good attempt, but sadly burned down here. It's Joe. Well, he misses that one, but he's getting a little bit of farm up top here. We've been seeing mostly Blink first at this point since the change. Although we are kind of trending towards Blink before Hood anyway on Centaurs. Now with the minus 5%, I've been seeing just Blink first, but we'll see if that continues to be the trend. Ace in here very deep currently, Mott. I don't know about this one.
I gotta say,
What a hero.
they can't deal with him. LeBron's like, I slowed you, but you're not slow at all, and you also have Timber Chain, so LeBron is still chasing him.
And I don't be careful.
Yeah, like you
Like,
gotta
his tree
remember,
gets cut.
this is the Timber. This is the. This is the
he's just messing with him at this point.
the Timbersaw is the Monkey King counter, or at least one of them. LeBron is actually about to die to a solo. He's got a mango. Stun comes out, and oh, come on, Chakram. Oh, LeBron the jukes.
God, the time wasted, actually.
Yeah, space created, I guess.
So basically, because he can just keep trading until his Primal Spring's back off cooldown, then he can hop into a tree, and then the second he sees Ace deciding to cut that tree, he can just jump down again and waste all his mana.
Man, I was talking about Monkey King counters yesterday in the panel, and I said Timbersaw, and everybody was like, no. And I felt disappointed. I don't think that's
Well-
necessarily true, though. I think he is slightly a counter. I mean,
I
he's not the
think he
best
does-
counter, but
One of the ways that he does counter him, rather than just this, like, because he cuts down a bunch of tree sense, is that he's very difficult to gank in the earliest parts of the game, right?
oh,
like-
Grave TP. Grave TP, perfectly done, but Gogi actually is dead for this, I think. Yep, Baby Knight's
No
just
more
gonna find this
headshots,
kill.
please.
He just got, like, headshot 3 times in a row. He just
But,
got wrecked.
Yeah, I could see, like, if you have Monkey King in this roaming 4 position, once Timbersaw is, like, level 4, I don't think you can kill him just with even level 3, if he just goes, like, 1 point Timber Chain, 2 points Reactive Armor or something like that. I don't think you'd be able to bring him down just from the raw HP regen, so in that sense, I think he's pretty good against Monkey King.
Right.
Like, this guy trying to harass you is this, like, essentially an Earth Spirit. Not a fun time to be right next to Timbersaw trying to get your Jingu stacks up.
No, I mean, even with the extra range, you definitely need somebody else there. And it's not just him, too. It's the Centaur as well is also a tanky hero, and it's very tough to bring down. And then there's Sniper, who, well, I mean, he's Sniper. He's usually in the backlines. You can still find him with the Monkey King, but it's difficult. Swift Ending's going to go on to Baby Knight. They have the Medallion. Good telekinesis, but Baby Knight is still dead, and they're looking for more. Now they jump in. Hesse Joe uses the Stomp, but no Stampede. There's the Boundless Strike, and they're going to find Hesse Joe. That TP is not going to complete. Double kill for Swift Ending, and LeBron helping out. But it's really just the first rotation of the game for Swift Ending. The Medallion coming out. Cole doing a lot of good damage, and they're going to start pressuring this Tier 1 tower in the mid lane and hope they can find something here.
Top lane, they're going for the Epi play.
LeBron is already back up here. Epicenter. Grave is up on Mitch. He took too much damage. I don't think they can kill
they
Ace.
even hurt him?
He has a Hood of Defiance. They Wukong his command. This is not going to do that much damage. Because guess what? LeBron has literally no auto attack damage. Ace walks into the Wukong's command. LeBron gets into the trees in time, but they might cut him down. The Assassinate still hits him, but he's
so
still
close.
fine. He's just jumping away. How is this hero balanced? How are you supposed to be able to kill him like that? There's no way.
I wonder if they thought, I don't know, maybe he thought he cut the tree in time and he was just stuck in there, but... Oh, that's so annoying.
Ah, God.
What a hero.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could have been worse.
And they'd have wasted a lot of resources trying to kill Timber. This is a pretty unlikely kill with the full hood. Despite the nerf.
You know, I gotta say, I thought Elements were in a really bad position, but that last gank mid has evened up the game. It's essentially 100% even. So,
Well, I guess I'd rather be in Cloud9 shoes when this is even, though, I feel like.
true.
However, the game really turns on when the Blink Dagger comes out for Sand King, and one more little bit of damage for Swift Ending. He's got his Medallion, but we haven't seen too much out of him quite yet. Like, he's got the 3 kills from laning, but in terms of, like, solo kill potential and stuff, not having easiest time.
I feel like, based off this game, Elements probably won't pick Monkey King again. At least if the lineup is looking like this for Cloud9. I wonder if Cloud9 picks Monkey King. I mean,
Well, it is a first pick, so it does force you into some tankier heroes.
rolling Boulder onto Gogi. The silence comes out. There's the Boulder Smash, but now they have to back because Cole is here, throwing up poison attack damage, which is very difficult. He also has his Dragonlance now newly minted, so they won't be able to find anything. And you're actually absolutely right about this. In the stage of this, you're saying you would rather be Cloud9 in this situation, and that's absolutely correct because of what we talked about earlier on. Viper is not going to carry you into the late game, and I think the way that this Monkey King is being played as well. I mean, he's finding some assists, but other than that, he's not transitioning to that core Monkey King. Not that you're supposed to in every game, but he's not really having the impact that he would hope for. Sniper is still farming despite dying a couple of times, but if this game goes late enough, all of a sudden the Sniper becomes a monster and somebody that is incredibly difficult to deal with. Speaking of a monster, Ace is already really getting to that point. He's a Hood of Defiance, and I mean, Centaur is very close to his Blink Dagger as well. So it is going to become very difficult for Elements Pro Gaming to kill any of these heroes on Cloud9 in the near future.
Yeah, it's all about this Blink on Mitch. It's done here once he finishes these creeps. And one of the problems is you could see Swift Ending and LeBron being really powerful if they roam together right now. But for the most part, Cloud9 have been sticking together. They've had like Baby Knight down here, but he's way behind a tower. And maybe for Monkey King that's not too difficult. But so Noya's sitting here. This is such a bait. Like,
Yeah,
look at this
is
shit.
a huge bait. They were ready for it. He still does a ton of damage. The silence comes out to magnetize. Swift Ending is pretty tanky, but now they have the telekinesis. The dust is there,
Oh,
and they even have Ace involved.
that was tasty, dude.
That was a great bait. 8 out of 8.
Literally sitting facing with the stone.
They even had a ward here too, and they couldn't, you know, they couldn't see him. I guess I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, that was just nicely done. Oh, they spotted the
No,
monkey.
LeBron, don't
Down
do
he
it.
goes.
No. Oh man,
That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, you got the Monkey King. They're probably laughing, having a good time. Yes, you Monkey King pickers. We'll show you that Monkey King is not worthy of a first pick. I was excited, man. Sometimes I really like when Monkey Kings get going, but like they're really shutting him down, which is also just as fun. You know what I mean? It's just as enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, if you've ever been owned by a Monkey King, it's very pleasing. And there's our other Blink, so Mitch is still roaming around here with an Invis rune. He's gonna find Baby Knight, 900 HP. He needs a lot of caustic. Oh, is that a random dust by Noya?
Did he use one?
Someone just randomly dusted. I think it was Noya.
I think Roy's dead, I would say. He actually takes damage from Wukong's command.
Oh, yo, is he living?
That's actually a 6 stun into Rolling Boulder. There's no way that should have worked. And they actually get the kill on the tower, meantime, with Cole running in mid. So at least there was some space created there. But
All right, what a player.
all right, man. They have a slight lead, I think. Yeah.
Bottom lane. This would be a good kill. Oh, Mitch.
That was so close. That Timber Chain was perfectly timed for Maze. Man. Back and forth game. It's getting nuts.
And they are still holding a pretty decent lead in terms of the top 2 net worth. Like, you got 700 gold higher on Swift Ending than the highest Radiant hero. 400, 500 now at this point for the Viper too. So there's definitely some potential still here for EPG. But you look at that nice block of 3 heroes coming up behind, and even the Earth Spirit's relatively farmed.
The doorbell just rang.
Ding dong.
I think Annie's asleep again. Oh, don't you hate that feeling?
Yeah.
Middle of a cast, and all of a sudden the doorbell rings. Anyway, this is a big play. Let me just tell you. Mitch, Blink Stomp, Burrow Strike. He actually got it off after the stomp happened. The stun came through. He's still dead. It doesn't matter. That was a weird turn of events. The Burrow Strike completed despite him being stunned.
Bottom? No, never mind. I thought they might go,
Ace is
but
not dying anytime soon. I don't think. He's also a couple hundred gold away from his Bloodstone. All right, this is where the game gets very difficult for Elements Pro Gaming. Cloud9 are starting to come online. They have their blink daggers on a couple of heroes. You know, Rise is level. He's been level 6 for a long time. He's level 9, in fact. He's a spell steal, so he can always steal Burrow Strike, which makes this game that much harder. The biggest item that is coming out though for Elements is going to be this Desolator for Swift Ending, which will help a lot. And they have some serious damage, but the positioning needs to be much better in these next few team fights.
yeah, if they can get a half decent pick, they can go for Roche too. Oh, he is gonna find Hesta Joe. Nice and low here.
Get him. Oh, this is an easy kill. Just go for it. You are dead. See you later.
Wow. Damn, dude.
He actually just 2-shot him.
I thought it would be 3, but that was intense. So good old Medallion helping out there. That was 538 damage.
Ooh,
2
Rise
hits.
stole Boundless Strike. That stun. It's level 4. 2-second stun duration. The range is something absurd, as you can see with the range finder, range viewer. It's actually like half your stream. It's literally half. It's a Fisher, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a straight up Fisher without a wall, which you could say is even better than a Fisher, because you don't have to walk around the wall, though, unless you're trying to block people. Still, he finds
But
that
still.
ability. And they take the tower. So, all right, they're starting to put pressure across the map.
It's a pretty safe play too, because you know the Radiant don't have a good Roche lineup.
They
Like,
definitely do not.
You know, maybe if you're C9 doing that kind of a play, you might have to be worried about this Plink's doing stuff, but
They need
Not
more
too much
damage on the
concern.
sniper before they can head to Roche. Whereas Elements Pro Gaming, if they get a kill, they can easily just, or even a pick or anything like that, they can just head into Roche almost instantly and kill it within seconds. Rise is an Invisarone. He's scouting Mitch, but he is the only Radiant hero here, whereas everyone else is top. He just wants to keep tabs. Stun, steals Burrow Strike. Rise, nicely done. Mitch won't go any further and try to find that kill. Top lane, they found the Monkey King. Easy pick off for Ace. Timber Chain Chakram able to take those trees down. That means that this is a free push into the Tier 2 tower. And Elements Pro Gaming, they're kind of deciding what they want to do. Half of them are mid, half of them are bottom. They don't really know where to go from here. Looks like they're just going to try to keep the lanes pushing while this Tier 2 tower falls top.
He did get a fresh ward down before dying, so like he can spot out the centaurs down here. Obviously, they can see Baby Knight attacking the tower and whatnot, so at least this allows them to push bottom, just knowing how many heroes are still there.
Well, I'll take the
They
tower.
know Centaur was already on the way. They should know this was coming on Swift Ending.
Rolling Boulder in. There's the Magnetize. Swift Ending. Another stun comes out from the Boulder Smash. And he stays too long. He wanted that tower was so low, and he gets denied by the sniper. Now they're chasing for more. Mitch and Gogi backing up and away. Viper getting stomped. No, avoids it. Just narrowly. Hesta Joe was a little too short on his blink. Now still looking for the double edge. They'll find it. Whirling Death is there as well. Noya has another Boulder Smash ready. They have the Chakram. They're going to try to turn around with the Viper Strike, but I think Cole is dead here. Gogi has the Grave ready, but he doesn't have enough mana, and he's going to get stunned before he can get it off as well. Beautiful play from Noya, and they'll find 2 kills. Elements Pro Gaming getting absolutely destroyed in that fight, staying way too long, and Cloud9 starting to feel themselves as they move into the mid-stage of this game.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand feeling like you got to get that tower. It was so close, so not going to harp on him for sticking around for that one, but Swift Ending gets punished pretty hard. Pretty sick TP rotations coming in like perfectly in order, hoof stomp into the boulder kick, and then it's all good at that point. I mean, so
Ace just got this Bloodstone. He's already got 15 charges with a hood on top, which is never a good sign.
Ron's just running around getting some runes, man.
They are having some trouble right now for sure for Elements Pro Gaming. They still have a top 2 net worth despite, you know, Viper dying there, as well as Klinks. I don't know how they're staying ahead of some of these heroes, especially the Timbersaw, who can now start farming like crazy. I mean, I guess both the Viper and the Klinks can farm pretty well, but I'm still surprised they're ahead of Ace at this point. It's not by much anyway.
This Monkey King's not too bad at split pushing, though. At least in terms of a position 4 hero. Like, getting farm and being relatively safe while split pushing. Like, showing yourself on the map is a downside for sure, because they know you're not, like, scanning them in the trees or anything like that down here, but
I mean, there's definitely worse heroes to push as a 4 position.
especially considering the same role. I mean, you think about, like, a Spirit Breaker being a pretty similar 4 role. I think you'd rather have him split pushing. They split for another YOLO Dust.
Yeah, Hesta Joe just popped that YOLO Dust. Like, I know you're here. Nope. But this leaves them to free up and get this Tier 2 tower down bottom. So finally, Cloud9 feeling strong enough to put pressure on some towers, and they're actually going to push into the Tier 3. Whether or not they get out is the question. Hesta Joe already TPing into the Shrine, a couple others doing the same thing.
Oh, they want to stop this
They want to
roach.
try to stop this roast. They're coming with the Wukong's command. They get the Aegis. The stash comes out. Beautifully done from Hesta Joe. Oh, he gets it done. Now they get the silence off. LeBron will surely fall for this. The Wukong's command not going to save him this time. Mitch getting caught, but there's the Burrow Strike. If they chase further, Ace is another Timber Chain in 1 second. Noya, Boulder Smash, but they can't find anybody. Cole chakrammed up. Can they get in there and find this kill? Assassinate's going to come through. How much will they die for this? Ace is behind the Tier 2 tower. Cole is going to get up to the Tier 3, but the Aegis Snatch is there from Cloud9. They don't help. They don't get the Roshan kill, but they still stop that Aegis from going Elements Pro Gaming's way.
All right, they are just loving these dusts, man. They just chuck these things.
Just throw them out randomly.
Trying to find that Klinks, hoping that he's scouting under one of the supports or something like that.
Hey man,
but
sometimes it works.
yeah, no, it definitely does. They have a gem too, so you don't feel quite as bad about chucking them out like that when
I
the
didn't even know
gem's
they
not
had this
around.
gem. When did they pick this up?
Right when he did this dust here.
Okay.
The first like YOLO dust over on that part
was
of the
a
map.
while ago.
Yeah, oh, yeah. So they were holding it up while they were pushing that Tier 3 and stuff. So.
All right, well, Trent, the inevitable question now is, you know, Cloud9 are starting to get farmed on Baby Knight. They're starting to get a lot of stuff going. But, I mean, where do you go from here for EPG? I mean, they have a Midas on Cole, I will say that much.
Yeah,
You know, is the
and,
late game as bad of a situation as I think it is, or no?
I don't think it's terribly awful. It's hard to judge just how well this Monkey King might be able to back up in terms of fights, just because he will be impactful if he can get on top of the sniper, I think, even with just the Echo Saber. He's only going to have the Manta on Baby Knight. He had a Shadow Blade queued up earlier, but ended up going just for the Yash into the Manta instead. And now he's eyeing up that Butterfly, but Certainly, I would be favoring Cloud9, but at least they got the roast right. That sent the gold heading back into their direction. Swift Ending's farming pretty fast. He has this BKB, so if a big stun comes out from Mitch, they could just kill like 3 heroes
Well, that's the
in a single
problem, though.
strafe or something.
But that's the issue, though. Mitch hasn't had those big burrow strikes, those big epicenters yet this game. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that he
he's
can't have
literally contributed nothing. He's 0-3-0.
well, I didn't want to say it that way, but I mean...
But, I mean, in terms of actual kill potential and things like that, unfortunately, as the Sand King, he hasn't gotten anything done, which is really bad. They have a Monkey, which is, like, he's been kind of trying to fill that role, and they only have 6 kills, so the numbers are going to look bad on everybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They just, like, C9 are always grouping in the right ways that he can't find a way to be beneficial to his team.
This is a DD Clinks with a BKB Desolator. I almost think if he wanted to kill Ace, he might be able to. But the thing is, he does have a plate mail, and with reactive armor, it's not the easiest thing. He has 13 base armor right now.
All right, they need to go for this. Oh, these trees, though.
Oh, no. You got a man up there. You know how big of a kill that would be? It's the highest net worth hero on the team. Something happening top. Is Gogi dead?
They even head scan, honestly. I feel like that might have been a good play to just try and scan behind him and confirm there's no one else there.
Oh, Burrow strike, that was awkward. They just kind of switched positions. They both burrowed at the same time. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Baby Knight walking a little too far up. He doesn't have the Aegis. He's gone, Manta style. And Swift Ending takes him down. Meanwhile, though, LeBron will fall first. Sounds gonna be up, but here's the epicenter, Mitch. It's your time. It is your time, Mitch, and Rise will fall. Mitch gets himself the help of a double kill with, of course, Swift Ending picking it up. And they get the Gem of True Sight as well, I believe. That's it. That's it right there. Mitch came in. Perfect timing. They got Baby Knight early. They're going to find potentially another target. Ace.
Oh, that was close.
He's got Caustic Slow on him, but they won't chase him down. Derber Chain. They know how elusive this guy is. They need another disable. With Mitch going back home, they can't really find this kill. That's the team fight they were looking for. All right, man. Okay.
Yeah, we're in.
We're saddled in. I think the late game's coming, my friend.
Mitch is ready. He's got that 1 assist, helping out the scorecard. But that's all you need, right? He just stuns someone for a moment. The damage comes in from Swift Ending. Now he's got a Solar Crest, so he's a little bit more survivable. Pumps on a little bit more damage. And very big up against the Sniper.
That 25% evasion is so nice. All right, Gogi just walked too far up. I was not expecting him to die there. LeBron, in the meantime, looked for a rune. He gets the Arcane. He also has he's an Echo Saber.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's been doing a lot of just split pushing and farming up for himself.
All right, this is the X factors, LeBron's late game potential. Stun comes out, Solar Crest is there, Monkey came there. You have to use the Stampede to get out. Meanwhile, Telekinesis is there. Somebody was TPing onto the creep wave. I'm not sure who it was. Baby Knight coming through, an assassinate, but no other real damage. I think it might have actually been Ace trying to TP in, but the creep was killed. Yeah, it was. Okay. We haven't really talked about Cole this game, but he went for the, I guess, the newer build on Viper because of the change to poison attack and the change to Mjolnir. He picked up the Mjolnir early on. Remember that poison attack and Mjolnir both not unique attack modifiers anymore.
That's right.
So
ooh,
it's pretty gross.
They found him.
Oh boy, did they! And I am not having a good game camera-wise.
He just got kicked right out
Noya
the
is dead. That is a 3-shot with a Desolator as well as the Solar Crest. And they're going to try to chase him. They have the gem. Joe has it.
Oh, nice.
Good stun. But here comes Wukong's command. Can they turn this around? Swift Ending pops the BKB. They get to the Grave off as well. Joe now is going to fall. Gem on the deck. They will still get LeBron. Can they get Swift Ending out of here? The Shadow Wave coming out. Gogi might die for this. They're still chasing. Ace looking for the Chakram. He just missed with it. Turns into a 2 for 3. That bloodbath. But the biggest thing is they keep their Clinks alive, and Cole is farming top.
That gem coming back is very important, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Who got it?
I think that's super nice. I think Raz got it, and he handed over to Ace.
Yes.
So.
And
that is still the only gem, right? Yeah, I don't see any other ones, and there's none in the fountain. So
it's hard to keep track of it because I feel like it's dropped a couple times now, and forgetting who actually picked it up originally. Noya was carrying it, I think, for the longest time. So
yeah, it was Rise who bought it at the start. Then he gave it to Noya, and then Noya dropped it, and they had it on the dire for a while, and then Rise just found it again, gives it to Ace. So, I mean, I like this idea, right? This guy's 5-0-8. Maybe he should carry the gem. Sounds pretty good.
So.
Although having it back on your Centaur could also be pretty key to make sure they keep getting these stuns off onto the Clinks to really start setting up for their control. But we have a medallion on Noya. So this will help prevent some of that damage being dished out by the Clinks. Throw it on top of Baby Knight or something. Also help them secure a Roche and the Aegis to themselves next time. Try and get both, not just split it down the middle between the two teams.
Man, C9 are about to have an Ags, so 50%
The-
damage reduction. which
Yeah,
they-
50, right.
They really need for this sniper because Baby Knight has been caught numerous times and he's died a lot. He didn't even pick up the Dragonlance early. He went from like Maelstrom Manta. So I mean, I guess the thing is he already has range from take aim, but now he's gonna have even more range.
How
And he'll be
annoying
able
this
to
monkey
see
is.
from afar, a very far range.
He just runs along all these trees, plants this great ward. Turns
Yeah.
into a tree on some trees.
Wait, is he really still there? Where is
Yeah,
he?
he's a tree right
Oh,
now.
It's this one. I found him.
Yeah, he's the tree on top of a tree.
It's the Where's Waldo game. I don't know why
It's like,
nobody's near here. I mean, like, he's completely fine. They have no idea this is happening. I don't know why he's staying here.
There's just one really tall tree.
He's really just
I love-
doing this for us, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's just waiting to see where they all show up because they're all missing on the Radiant right now. Give me my guess. Actually, this ward seems to be scouting quite a bit. Maybe they know a
Yeah,
couple
they
are in
should
here.
know. I
But...
mean, they saw everybody rotate over there. Maybe they get the
Oh
tower.
god, that's a scary place to go. Swift ending. I think he just misclicked.
He's just gonna kill everybody. Well, he's gonna kill at least one. Stamping's
Alright,
already
that
used. If he can kill Baby Knight, that would be gigantic. But Swift Ending's running up to the high ground now. He's like, I probably should get closer to my teammates. BKB was used. Maybe that's why he didn't want to go any further.
That looks so weird. It looked like he just accidentally like moved onto the Earth Spirit and was like, all right, fuck it. That's gonna BKB and kill this guy.
Alright, Gogi is absolutely 100% dead. That was.
They got Baby Knight too, though.
That's the bigger kill.
That synergy is actually so sick. The Solar Crest plus the Monkey King. He does so much damage because Monkey King's all physical.
Yep.
So despite being this support, like he scales so well with all this minus armor. This is a really cool combination.
Yeah, it is. I was a bit worried for EPG with this Monkey King in the early game. But once it gets to this point where you have all this armor reduction, and they haven't even really gotten Cole involved either. I mean, he could help blow up heroes really quickly as well. But he's sort of kind of just farming, keeping the waves pushed out with Mjolnir. He's a BKB now. I think maybe that was what he was waiting for to fight with. He can't be like Swift Ending where he runs around the map, death packs somebody, and then just goes to work on a hero because he's a Clinks. He's not that type of hero. Hesta Joe has been spotted by LeBron, but he will blink away and not get himself in a bad position. Roche is respawning in 1 second. There's the Orchid now done for the Clinks, which will inevitably probably turn into a Bloodthorn next, as he has it in his quick buy. And all of a sudden, the late game situation where we thought, okay, well, a Viper and a Clinks, and we're not sure how they're going to scale, especially with a Sniper on the other side. Cloud9's Sniper, Baby Knight, has died numerous times. He's about 2,000 net worth away from that of the Sniper and the Clinks. Ace is doing his damnedest. But at this point in time, they've got to be very careful with how they approach this. It's so hard to figure out where any of these heroes are. In fact, I think Monkey King's a tree again. Somewhere.
Yeah, they've oh yeah, you have to like
Look at
click
this
to
tree.
find
It's
them.
like a tree like inside of another. It's like.
Yeah, he's
it's-
right on top.
There's like 2 trees there. By the way, the scan
It
was
looks
successful.
so dumb.
Cloud9 are going to go for this Roche, but they have to all TP
How
home
about
at the
these tier
same
threes?
time as the tier 3 tower is getting assaulted. Ace went for a Timber Chain. He missed it. He might have been able to follow something up here. Meanwhile, guess this tree is like, I feel a little too obvious. This one is the one he is now.
And he can't move right now.
Why?
Because if he moves, they'll get the vision.
Oh my
All right,
god,
well, that's
they're
a good
just
time
gonna.
to move.
Oh, he was setting up for it. Hesta Joe gets blown up. Rise, don't walk into that. That's Wukong's command. You don't want to be there. Ace is a little bit less, less scared. But still, LeBron TP easy. Ace won't be able to find it. Noah blink and a boulder smash is not there in time. Okay, all right. They're finding
All right,
these
man.
kills. That was a mischief kill. That was like one of the first times mischief I think has been somewhat useful in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, even if you're not a tree, they can't see you, so it's not like it does anything. Gotta love that good old high ground thing, but I like the fact that Mitch shows up, right? He gets the stun combination with the Monkey King. Swift Ending just stands there, throws the damage.
So easy.
Good, man. It's this is what their lineup like. They've been doing a great job of split pushing. Like obviously, I mean,
Oh, that scan, that dust. They might find Swift Ending here. He has a BKB. Can they get him down, though, before he pops? The answer to that question is no. And now Rise needs to leave. He actually pops him back, but I don't know if that'll keep him alive. It will. Neck pickup on the Rubik, actually. Boulder smash. They should have went for swift ending. His death pact is done. His BKB is gone, and he's dead. Just like that, he gets a little too aggressive. Oh my god, that dust was perfectly timed from Noya. That was insane.
Yeah, that was crazy. Good scan and whatnot, and that's without the gem, as it's back in the Dire Fountain.
Gogi, not again. Get out of there, buddy.
Yeah, he's just a sacrificial lamb. Like, I mean, I was harping a little bit on Mitch earlier about how he hadn't done anything, but it's like him and Gogi doing the same thing, where they're just going really deep to split push because they know that's how this game stayed alive. So, that's one of the best things about Sand King, right? He can just instantly blow up waves and stuff. So, possibly in trouble here for LeBron.
Where is he at?
But look, yeah, Rise just doesn't even care. Oh, no, he actually does steal something. All right, I thought he wasn't going to for a moment. Here we go. Whee! Go, Rise. Be free, Harry.
Awesome. I haven't seen this yet. This makes me so happy. I love Rubik. Rubik's my favorite hero in the game. That's not true, Viper is, but still.
He's a great one to cast, though.
Oh, yeah.
Rubik and Shadow Fiend. I'm always down for a good Shadow Fiend.
I'm kind of the opposite. I don't know about Shadow Fiend, but everybody else I'm good with.
Dude, the triple raise, there's nothing more satisfying. What's more satisfying than a triple raise?
I don't know. That just doesn't get me going as much as something else. Like, I don't know. I can't really...
Unacceptable.
It's not like I like watching
Unacceptable.
Viper more than... It's not like I like watching Viper more than Shadow Fiend, but I don't know. There's just something about, like, that triple raise that doesn't get me going where, like, other people, like, love that thing. This tier 3 tower is about to fall. The sniper is just going to work the Hurricane Pike and his take aim, and it's gone now. I mean, it is gone. Sniper has sniped your tier 3 tower, and now it is time to back. They still have the Aegis, though, and now it's time to get the Shrines. Okay, all of a sudden, Cloud9 are like, we'll just take all your buildings. Easily. Easy.
Yeah, a lot of the success from EPG in the past bit has just been coming off the back of that split push, but now with the Aegis being able to unify themselves, without being able to split push the map enough, then the heroes aren't split up on the Radiant side, and we're not going to get these immediate swift ending plays. You can still just BKB and kill someone, though. Like, if they're held in place, you can't really target swift ending. Radiant did not have, or rather, Dire did not have vision of the smoke, so Rise will start his scouting maneuvers.
Ooh, that ward. That's so good. He can just place a ward from that high ground is insane to me. You know what I mean? And also, being able to stun, I'm pretty sure Rise can telekinesis from that point, right? I believe.
Yeah, as long as it's within his range,
because you could boundless strike too when you're in that position. I think that's probably the biggest problem with his ability, is that you can use abilities from trees, which I think is maybe a little broken, perhaps. I mean, it's gonna be
badass, dude.
Anyway, this is a fight that is about to happen. Whether or not
they almost have a scan back up. Oh, they YOLO
swift ending is going in. That's a double burrow strike coming out right now. Rise gets off the Greaves, though. Here comes the Monkey King ultimate. Not really doing that much. Ace is able to get out so far. Nobody really taking any damage on either side. They're going to try to reinitiate. Ace is going to be the target. He's so hard to bring down. Boulder Smash coming in, but where's the fight? Where is it happening? Swift ending. Getting jumped on. They have the assassinate. They find the kill. Oh my God, they want more. Rise on the other side. Burrow strike stolen. Helps get another kill. LeBron going to work. He's doing the best that he can, but Baby Knight in the back is doing what a sniper does. Pop people like crazy, and Cole is gonna be next. Mitch is gonna come in with a burrow strike, force away from Babe, and I perfectly done. And they should find Mitch here potentially. He can burrow away in 4 seconds. The auto attacks are there. There's gonna be the Yule Scepter, the Chakram on top of it all. Mitch burrow strike out, a triple kill for Baby Knight. He has finally come online. What a fight! That was a bloodbath, Trent.
I think MVP of that fight. Number one, the item build by Rise. Going for Greaves in a game like this, not a very common Rubik item, but super impactful. Like, just in case he gets silenced up or something like that, so he can pop it. But mostly just the armor aura. Like, so friggin' helpful. It completely saved the Centaur Warrunner. Just putting him into a place where, with the reduction from the Stampede and adding all that armor, he just took no damage for so long in that fight. And same thing with the Rubik, too. So they just took so many resources to bring down that's what allows Baby Knight to just go absolutely insane. And he was solo. He tanked an entire Epicenter on Rise.
It was actually pretty insane. Ace has yet to die this game, 6-0-15. I don't think he'll die here either. I mean, they get some damage on the racks. They force out the buyback coming in from Cole, which is pretty big. I mean, it's not the swift ending buyback. He didn't have it, so it wouldn't even matter. But they're essentially, Trent, one good fight away from winning this game, I think, because all the tier 2 towers are gone.
Well, that one did start out looking pretty good for EPG.
It did, man.
I think it was like a double burrow strike and double boundless strike.
How did they lose that fight? I guess it was just the Greaves? Because that's what it felt like, you know what I mean?
I mean, the Greaves were good, but they also like couldn't quite get on top of the sniper. They didn't have an immediate blow up situation because the Centaur was able to just escape. I think what happened was he got silenced and then immediately Lotus, and then he was just able to stampede away. So
that's what it was. That stampede, because they got out of the Wukong's command so quickly. Yeah. Like, that did no damage. And he has a Basher and an Echo Saber. It's not like LeBron doesn't do any damage right now with his ultimate. You know, if they catch somebody in that ultimate, that person should probably die. You know, unless it's Ace, in which case he's fine. But I don't know. This is exactly what we were talking about. The late game situation is starting going in
are they going to smoke? They're right under a ward.
Oh, they're about to do this, aren't they? Use a sentry, please. Do they have one?
Definitely looks like they're about to smoke.
Please don't. They have a sentry. Oh no! 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 Are you kidding me? What?
That's actually crazy. All right. Can we get a good bait going here, boys?
Oh my god.
What are the chances? All right, sentry high ground.
I feel like I've seen this play being made before, and it never works.
Sentry?
They're going to go instead for Gogi. He's probably dead. Maybe not. They're choosing to go onto Swift Ending, who pops the BKB. So far, this fight's not that good, in fact, for Cloud9. But all of a sudden, Swift Ending's at half HP, and Gogi is dead. Wukong's command will come out, but this fight has already ended. The Shrine will come through as well. It is time to leave for Elements. If Cole were to die here, the game would essentially, I think, almost end. But yeah. He's able to make it out.
Ooh,
however,
Ace is going for
this is a TP from Ace that he wants to go on Cole. The Assassinate is there. Cole has to pop the BKB. The Boulder Smash is not going to be there in time. BKB duration is going to be there. Burrow Strike to make sure Cole can get out, forces himself away. They really want to go for this. Another Assassinate is there. There's the silence coming out. They get the kill. He's down for 98. I was sure he was going to make it out alive.
Ace's mana is just insane. He's almost up to 50 regen. His mana.
How is Assassinated so 10-second cooldown? I just realized.
It's glorious, dude. Good skill.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that's going to be 2 sets of Raxes. Unless somehow Elements have this insane fight, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
It's so hard for them to kill Baby Knight. Like, E-Blade just negates their entire team. Right? Ghost Scepter makes Monkey King literally unable to hurt you. And then, of course, Klink's following under the same pattern.
Joe somehow still alive, jumping in. Ace is just doing some serious work. LeBron gets graved up as well as the Glimmer Cape. The Wukong's command coming out, but he's about to die, so that's going to go away pretty soon. Maybe not. They come through. Good epicenter coming out from Mitch, but the Greaves is there, and Baby Knight is just... Oh, they steal Wukong's command. Not that it really matters. I think Rubik is in styling at this point. 4 dead. It's about to be 5. Game over. Game 1 will go to Cloud9 in a pretty fantastic fashion. I got to say, that was a very fun game to watch, Trent. Very fun.
Yep. No, I liked it. Maybe Monkey King not getting quite the early game that you would hope for with the hero, but the vision was good. They had a really nice mid game where they were getting the split push going. And what were our other great moments this match? The Aegis steal by Hestejo was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was pretty nifty.
Always having some good vision, too, coming out from Ryze and Noya. So overall, I think well played by Cloud9, but EPG did look good. I think that was a very tough mid-game to hold on for as long as they did, and the way they split pushed around the map, and they started giving themselves those opportunities. Like, maybe if that split push started a little bit sooner, and they weren't able to get that Roche, and they're all forced back to base, then you go Roche, this could have been just a totally different game for EPG. So, definitely a close one, and this bodes well for a potential Game 3, I would say.
Yeah, I think so, too. We'll see how things do change here in game number 2, what kind of picks come out, whether we see a Monkey King or not, we'll see. But with that said, we are going to take a break here on Moonduck, and we'll be back momentarily for game number 2 between Cloud9 and Elements Pro Gaming.